Welcome back, people of God, and we give you week 2. That is the second Friday in July. I'll be doing it with a very beautiful, a very Ganganswa lady. And by God's grace, she has arrived. She's the person of
Nora and no.
She's lying. It's Miss Nora. She's Miss Miss Nora. Nora, you're welcome.
Thank you very much, please.
It's nice having you
It's
here.
an honor to be here.
The week 2 is going to be boom. Going to explode. As I was saying previously, I said the momentum was building. So week 1 we experienced certain level of God and the power of God among us. Week 2 it was massive overdose of the power of God. The hand of God moved mightily in the place, and the man of God, Reverend Ansel Francis. Oh God, it was something else. That man, it was something else. And there's something unique about week 2 that the man of God did. Yes. And I want Miss Nora to share that one with us.
Thank you very much, Lee. Week 2, just as you said, was power packed. I mean, like week 1, the man of God laid the foundations, gave us the understanding concerning how things were not supposed to, the way things were supposed to be from the beginning and how things are right now. And week 2, the worship, the prayers, the song ministration, like everything.
God was working.
The song ministration was powerful. And right after that, the man of God mounted the podium.
He didn't waste time.
Right after that, and as soon as he said, people of God, lift up your hands, put your hands on your tummy. He started ministry prophetically.
Picking cases, picking people's sickness, picking people's diseases. He moved in the prophetic like never before. People of God, the week 2.
It was so amazing. I mean, how can you know that? Okay, like put your hands on your tummy. For some people, it has to do with urinary infections. For some people, it has to do with the ovaries. And for others, it has to do with also like how if it is not God,
like what the shocking part was, I couldn't believe most of the people present had those issues.
Yes, please, mommy.
So it was like God knew the people that was coming, and when the man of God came to stand on the pulpit, that was the exact problems he picked. So we were shocked. The people that came out, the issue he mentioned, and I remember during the testimony time when we're taking the testimonies, one of them said that very thing almost stopped her from coming for the watch night. It almost stopped her from coming from the watch night, and they were so happy. We witnessed instant healing.
We are telling you, it is happening here. If you want to experience some, come. You will also experience your healing. I remember he also touched on people who have been feeling dizzy. And to me, I thought dizziness was a normal, something that was normal. Like sometimes you are stressed. It was not so. He even prayed for some people. The dizziness was attached to their finances.
Like dizziness and finances.
How do they connect? How? What is amazing about the man of God is that he's able to tell you the roots. The root problem. He doesn't just diagnose symptoms. Maybe you come out suffer between be healed in it. No. He's able to tell you the root cause and the problem of it. So you don't just live with your healing. You also live with a transformed life and an illuminated mind.
It's so amazing. Week 2 was so amazing. The testimonies, the miracles, the wonders, the healing power of God was so mighty. The hand of God stirred the atmosphere. It was just touching people like that. The manifestations, the manifestations, it was mind-blowing. So you see, sometimes when you see God working, we were placed in a point where we were awed. We were awed because we have been seeing this God doing miracles, signs, and wonders. But this particular week, He shocked us. God shocked us. The God of Reverend and St. Francis shocked us with the miracle and healing power he released on that day.
Week 2, he spoke about poverty and how in the beginning poverty was not part of the human equation, and he made us he said something that really got me marveled. You know, the man of God said that like living in survival mode means that you are poor. But for me, I thought already at the end of the month.
What is survival mode?
Hand to mouth.
Mode. I'm content with what I have.
Yeah.
Those things. People of God. The beginning it was not so.
People of God, make it a point to be here for week 4. Yeah. The man of God spoke to us about poverty, and he really shone the light on how lack affects our life. You know, sometimes even me could have experienced. So sometimes, like when you don't have money, you feel like you're not a human being.
It kills romance in marriage and relationships. When there's no money, the man of God said, when there's no money, the fire on the bed, the bachelor bed, it dies. It goes down. This one is yes, it goes. It goes down. So, people of God, this is week 2. We're going to bring you the overview of week 3, and Sarah will join us again here so that the 3 of us will give you that overview of week 3. So, people of God, I would like us to watch an excerpt of what really happened in week 3.
True freedom is founded on the knowledge of the truth. John chapter 8 verse 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Any freedom a man has, if that freedom is not grounded on truth, that freedom is not long lasting. That freedom will fail. God cannot truly transform the life of a man until that man has come in contact with truth. If God cannot get your attention and ground you in truth, He cannot liberate you, transform you, and set you free. God doesn't heal the sick simply because we prayed, cried, because He had pity on you. God heals the sick because of truth. So if you are going to develop the faith that receives healing from God, or that God through you will heal others, there is a first understanding you must have. Sicknesses are not normal, because things that are normal, we don't change it. We live with it. We enjoy it. We accommodate it. Another truth I also want you to understand: God is not the source and the cause of diseases. If you believe that God is the source of diseases, why will you fight against disease? Why should Jesus come and be taking disease away? When the Bible said that Jesus came to do the perfect will of God, I am saying, if you do not have a certain understanding about God, you will not be healed. This is the foundation upon which we are going to rebel against sicknesses and diseases.
The man of God made an exceptional quote. He said, the firstborn of death is disease. Yes.
So disease is death in disguise.
Exactly.
Exactly. Nora, do you have anything to say again?
Yes, please. Regarding the healing ministration, please, I remember that the first issue that Daddy prayed for one of the members was concerning an eye infection. And mommy, right after the man of God ministered to the church member, he received his healing instantly.
Wow. An eye infection.
Yes, please, mommy.
Wow.
Please, I think in the local language it's called Apollo.
Apollo.
Yes.
Very infectious.
Yes. You also prayed for another person concerning suicidal thoughts. I remember they were
those ladies. They were 2.
Yes.
And you know that, funny enough, when I was sitting there and these ladies came, one of them just came from the US.
Wow.
So when she came that she has been contemplating on killing herself, I said in my head, who for US but who be cool na so it was so surprising, and they were very young.
Yes,
they were very young. So imagine if they had not come for the watch nights, what would have happened? Yes, imagine.
I also remember that, when Daddy was introducing his message and talking about diseases, he said that emotional issues like depression, anxiety are all forms of sickness.
Yes. I think he gave the 3 forms of way that they present themselves. He said one is solical, spiritual, and then physical.
Wow.
just as Sister Sarah said, and Mommy also said, sometimes just a slight headache can kill someone. Daddy made mention of pestilences, arrows flying by the day, and a whole lot of things. There are specific times that, you know, these realms of and people who work in the kingdom of darkness, they operate. And so as a believer, or not just as a believer, as a human being living on this earth, life is more spiritual than physical. Don't think that, you know, you just walking about in this world, maybe you have a certain level of money, a certain level of comfort, so everything is okay. No, it is not as, things are not as they seem. So please, as we have spoken, don't let it just end here. Don't listen to us. Don't make it a point to be here physically, you know, and your life will never be the same. Even the understanding of the word of God that you gain here.
I don't know what your problem is that God cannot deal with. The God of fast and say is ready to help you. The God of fast and say is ready to deliver you. So, people of God, we won't talk much here. We just want you to realize what you've been missing for the past 3 weeks. We are not stingy. We are not mean. We want you to also be part of this week's own, which is coming Friday, 31st of July, the last Friday in July. We are having the final lap of Gilgal Night 2026. Tell a friend, tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a family member that you should come, be healed freely. Way now open day. Way now open day. Yes, lifetime battle. Go. So we are inviting all of you to come KC Kingdom Civilization Embassy for the last lap of Gilgal Night 2026. We'll be looking so forward to seeing you. If you don't know the place and you want to come by yourself or on your own, you can contact the numbers on the screen. We are located at Kentin Chrono in Senye. Pick a car at any place and say, I'm going to Tech Junction. There's a Senye station there. Pick a taxi and tell them you're going to Malam. They will lead you straight to this place, KC Kingdom Civilization Embassy. God bless you so much for being part of this wonderful overview of Gilgal Night 2026. And I believe when we end the last lap too, you see us again. You see us again. We'll be here to give you whatever happened. So you don't have to come here with a familiar heart and an unbelieving heart, a familiar heart. These are the things that won't allow the miracle to touch you. So come fully hyper faith, with hyper faith, and I believe God will touch you. People of God, this is where we bring an end to the overview of Gilgal Night 2026 until the last lap is done and you see us again. For now, bye-bye.